First and foremost, thank you, TiECon Surat. Thank you, Kashyap, Sanjay Bhai, thank you. Gaurav, I don't know, I don't see you here. Oh, sorry, Gaurav, Preet, Geeta, Hetal, and Rajesh, I don't know where Rajesh is, and many more of my TiECon Surat friends who have arm-twisted me to make sure that I'm here today in TiECon Surat. And thank you so very much. I want to start by telling one small episode what happened this morning, right, this afternoon. We were having lunch and Sanjay Bhai asked me, Murali, are you comfortable? Is team comfortable? And I could only come up with this statement and I want to narrate it, right? When you go to your mother's place, right, would you ever look forward to or even look for a comfort, right? When you are at mother's place, the happiness which you get of seeing the mother, that alone is, equal to whatever the comforts anyone could provide. You could be in Ritz-Carlton, but the comfort of being in mother's lap, surpasses all the comforts. So for me, coming to Surat has been that. So Sanjay Bhai, I have your answer. I'm going to attempt speaking a bit of a Gujarati. So if I am butchering it, please forgive me. Sau koine Suratna, hrudayamanti avkar, jyan hirani chamak aane, उदय मितानी ऊर्जा मालिनी एक अद्भुत संस्कृतन निर्माण करे छे आजे अपना ये यात्रा पर निकलशुन जान उदय मितुन भविष्य मात्र उत्पादनों अथवा सेवानुम नहीं परंतु अनुभवनम सर्जन करवा पर केंद्रित छे. So thank you. I know I butchered by looking at my friends at the back. Basically, I was trying to, Kashyap asked me, Murali, would you be willing to talk about entrepreneurship, past, present, and future, right? I was thinking, what can I talk about the entrepreneurship in itself, in its entirety, because that encompasses everything. And I am in a city, the city of diamonds, right? What can be forever other than the diamond itself, right? So that is the entrepreneurship. So I want to start this particular narration with a story. How many of you heard about this brand called De Beers? Right? All of you have heard, right? But what is interesting about De Beers, right? That encompasses, Kashyap, what you asked me to talk about. How many of you know it is one of the best marketing ploys ever could happen in the history of entrepreneurship? At one point of time, they commanded 80% of diamond mining industry. They were filled with diamonds, didn't know what to do with the excess or the surplus of diamonds which they had. So then they had to come up with something. The entrepreneurial mindset have to kick in, right? The best slogan till date one could ever think of. They came up with Diamond Forever, right? That is the power of entrepreneurship. Diamond was never a symbol for engagement. Diamond was never a symbol for everlasting relationship. Diamond was never a symbol of marriage. But today, you cannot imagine any function. It could be child's naming ceremony to, a woman, going through the pregnancy, not having a diamond. So Diamond Forever has been changed, right, by the mindset of that entrepreneurs who have existed. The days of entrepreneurial mindset, right, where we used to stand in the streets of New York or stands in the streets of Bombay to hail a taxi, right? We have come to a stage where we take out the phone, right? And then we plug in you open your Uber app and specify what type of car you want, at what time you want, and go for it. So from the identification of a problem to solving the problem with the technology, we are coming to a level where it is all about experiences. So you as an entrepreneur, if you are thinking about a problem, today just solving the problem is not enough, but can you create an experience out of that problem creation is what you're looking at. Today, one of the richest diamond stores where you can get experience is Tiffany's, right? Why? People want to experience the purchase of diamond. I can go to local diamond store and buy it. But why do I want to pay top dollars and buy at Tiffany's? It is all about the experience. How many of you go buy a cup of coffee in Starbucks? Only just 4 or 5 of you. All of us, right? But why? Why? What makes the coffee at Starbucks so different? Is it the taste? Is it the coffee blend? What has happened is Starbucks reinvented the experience of having a coffee. It is not the coffee. They have invented a space between your workplace and the office where I can go sit and relax. It is not the coffee they are selling. It is the experience of sitting and relaxation while you are sipping the coffee is what they are selling. So what is the other example you guys can give me which today you are demanding a top dollar, not just the solving the problem? Anyone? Fantastic example, right? Apple. They're not just selling you a mobile device, right? They're selling you the experience of owning a device which can do wonders. The entire technology which has gone into so you used to have those Blackberries, the clunky keyboards. Who had thought that I could have a touch screen to create the entire experience, from listening to music on iPod to making phone calls on a single device? That is what Apple has reinvented. It is the experience what it has demanded. So we as entrepreneurs, right, what do we have to think? What makes us so different, right? So I have to give you one example. We all have mothers who are very devout, right? And our mothers are known to bargain quite a bit, right? They go to a particular shop and say, if the shopkeeper tells 10 rupees, the mother will say, can you give it for 2 rupees or 3 rupees? And they will hard bargain it. Can you guys tell me a particular place where your mother would go pay extra? What is one place? Think. What is one thing which we are scared of? Temple. Absolutely. Bingo. When you are going to purchase that garlands which you want to offer to the god, mother will ask, boss, you take 2 rupees extra, but give me the best garlands possible. I want to give it to the god. Why? No. You want to give the best to the god. You want the best. So, what makes us any different? Can we entrepreneurs create the best and think what we are doing as the worship? Work is worship, the God, right? Then, if you see the success mantra of all the successful entrepreneurs, they have never compromised on the quality of the work which they have produced. Because they have treated that work, that piece, as their God. So now I'm going to ask, I think Sanjay and others are looking forward to my analogy of Mahabharata, right? I'm going to give you that analogy. Did Arjuna seek Krishna, or did Krishna sought Arjuna? Anyone? Did Arjuna seek Krishna, or did Krishna sought Arjuna? Krishna sought Arjuna. Why? It is a mutual thing. I don't think so. I don't think it is a mutual thing. Well, that is what we believe, right? That is what we want to believe, that God is giving us the belief, but I have a different thesis on it. Who is the best archer in Mahabharata? Well, I mean, forget about Karna for a second. Well, I mean, we don't know about the Karna being the best archer. We've been heard about it. Eklavya is another story. But among the Pandavas and Kauravas, let me limit the focus. Let me make it the target segment a little bit more closer. In the Pandavas and Kauravas, Arjuna was the best archer. He is the most competent person. If you are that competent entrepreneur, you don't need to go to the God. God will come to you. Krishna came to Arjuna because he knew Arjuna will protect him. No bow, no arrow could ever touch Krishna as long as Arjuna is there. If Krishna is the charioteer of Arjuna, he knows that Arjuna will defend him with his archery skill set. So if you are that entrepreneur who makes your competency of the highest, if you are become the Steve Jobs, if you were to become that Bill Gates, right, you will, gods will come to you. Who are the gods in the entrepreneurial world? Your venture capitalists, your private equity guys, your angel investors, your co-founders, all will come to you. You don't have to run after them as long as you are the most competent person ever existed in that particular field. Can you all become that Arjunas? Now I'm going to give you one more episode. You all must have heard of this story, right? Krishna was lying down. Both Duryodhana and Arjuna go to seek the audience of Krishna. Duryodhana goes and sits at the head of Krishna. Arjuna sits at the feet. Krishna wakes up, and who does he look at? Arjuna. What does that tell you? What does that episode tell you? Jo dikhta hai, wo hi bikta hai, my friends. So make sure that you become that marketing poweress, right? Unless your product is seen, unless your services is seen, no one can buy that product or be part of that journey, right? So now, where does TiE play in this entire atmosphere, right? If Kurukshetra has to happen, right, you got to have the battlegrounds, right? In the Kurukshetra of entrepreneurship, right, TiE is that platform which enables you to fight. It provides you the knowledge. It provides you the Dronacharyas, right? Bhishma Pitamahas, right? It provides you the knowledge. It provides you the mentors. It provides you the utensils, tools which you all need. It will enable you to go through that, the Vanavasas, Agnatavasas, without you being the sole person at the helm of affairs. You have those mentors. You will have that's Krishna to protect you during the Virata Parvas. Right? When you are doing the Nartana Sala, you have Krishna to teach you the steps of dance. You have to tune, you have to dance to the different tunes of people while you go through the art of entrepreneurship. There are artisans who have gone through that art of entrepreneurship multi times so that they can guide you to that aspect. So that is where people, right, like Dharti Desai's, Rakesh Kamdar's, right, Mahavir Sharma's, right, Sanjay Punjabi's, Gaurav Sanghvi's, Kashyap Pandya's come into your life and hold you, right, and carry you forward to make sure that you win that, the Mahabharata. Right? It is not a single episode. Right? At every step of your entrepreneurial journey, you got to have that knowledge. You got to have that focus. You got to go through that steps. Otherwise, it is extremely difficult for you to conquer the world. If you want to build Swiggy's of the world, if you want to build the Ubers of the world, you got to do what it is required. So from the roots of creating the businesses, the industries, focusing primarily on the products and services, now we are at an era where we stand at the how you sell, the experience which you need to create it, and that is where the Swiggy's, Apples, and Starbucks have shown us the experience. But as we look ahead, the future of entrepreneurship seems to be poised to continue this evolution. We are entering an era where technology, sustainability, and personalization is likely to dominate. So Kashyap, the answer to your question, the future remains on the personalization. If the entrepreneurs today, using the technology, like the 3D printing or whichever way, can personalize. When Rajesh sends me a fabric of sari, if he can personalize it to my taste, my unique taste, and ship it to me, and that is where the entrepreneurship is going to win, right? When I am going to sell a product, that product has to be personalized. When Gaurav writes a term sheet, it has to be personalized to a particular entrepreneur. It cannot be a template, a cookie cutter, term sheet. It has to be so, and that is when his entrepreneurial journey will be successful. So the entrepreneurs who will thrive on these trends can leverage and be the bearers of the future, and that is where we lie. So in closing, I want to say, whether we are in Surat or in Silicon Valley, the core of entrepreneurship remains unchanged. It is about solving problems, meeting needs, and making life better. However, the way we approach these goals is what defines our era. As we move forward, let's embrace the challenges of continuing this evolution of building businesses that don't just sell, but that truly enrich lives. Remember, the entrepreneurs who make a difference are those who see not just the market as it is, but as it could be. So I want to close this with this particular Sanskrit verse. Yad bhutam tad bhavishyati gritam yada yad agatam param trikala gnanam cha yad vartamanam atmanaha. So what has been will be again. What has been taken is what will come. Supreme is the knowledge of three times, past, present, and future, which pertains to the present moment of the self. So may you all be blessed with that particular knowledge. God bless you all. Thank you once again.